Hey guys, this is Alex Sturgeon once again with the HobbyTown HobbyPlex in Omaha, Nebraska. I have to replace the motor in my Slash because I'm getting smoked every week in stock Slash. So it's been about 6 months, so it's time for a new one. And I figured that it was a good opportunity to do another how-to video. And so we're going to do a how-to replace your motor in any Traxxas specific vehicle. This will translate to other cars too, but for the Rustler, Bandit, Stampede, Slash, this is the same rear end. So first things first is we'll take the right rear wheel off. This will make it easier to get to the parts that you need to get to without stripping your wrenches. That's a 7mm wrench. You can also use that little 4-way wrench that comes with the kits. Next, I'll take the gear cover off. This is a 2.0mm Allen wrench, and I like to cheat. So the gear cover just gives you access to everything. A lot of times if you're brand new to this and you hear that horrible noise come from this car, a lot of times they'll freak out and bring it into us thinking it's broken when all they really have to do is take off the gear cover and move it back. So this gives you access to your motor screws and your pinion gear and your spur gear. So next we'll take a 1.5mm Allen wrench. We'll take off the pinion gear. And now we'll use our 2.0mm wrench once again to take the motor screws off. And these Traxxas screws are the big flathead type, so the bottom one can come out just fine. It's the top one that can not come out as nice, so you just kind of do each one and just let it come out. So now we've got our filthy old motor out. We're just going to unplug it and save this for no reason at all. It'll go in the trash later. Here's our new motor. So next you want to align the two motor screws, the top one with this top screw here, and you kind of just have to feel it. There it is. So once we get that one in, we won't tighten it all the way yet because we're going to do the pinion gear. But where are you at? There it is. Get the bottom one started in there. Now we can connect our top two wires. Obviously black to black, red to red. Now we got to put the pinion gear back on. So here's your pinion gear. And the way that we're going to put it on is so that it can get to the spur gear. So if it goes this way, you only have enough room to have a little bit of your teeth on, so it's got to go on with the teeth towards the motor. And another error that I see a lot of people when they bring their stuff into us in the hobby shop is they will take this pinion gear and they will move it all the way against the motor. A lot of times sometimes they'll see it scraping the actual motor case. We definitely don't want that. There is a little bit of play in there, but you want to have a little bit of gap. You basically just want to line it up with the spur gear, tooth to tooth. It goes one way or the other. You can cause it to strip. Now we got to set the gear mesh. One way that they recommend doing, and what you see in a lot of other videos, is the piece of paper in the thing in between the teeth. That's fine. Not all paper is the same thickness, so that can be a little weird sometimes. So what I like to do is just have it go all the way against it and then just pull it back just ever so slightly and then tighten her down. And what you're looking for is, if you hold this spur gear should be able to wiggle back and forth ever so slightly. If it doesn't wiggle, it's too tight, and if it wiggles a lot, it's too loose. And then you can also just listen to it. So it should not make a lot of noise, and it should spin freely when you spin it. So there's your gear mesh. We'll tighten down the rest of it, nice and tight. We'll put our gear cover back on, we'll put our wheel back on, and we're good to go. So that's it, nice and easy. Any questions about anything, you can always leave it below in the comments, and I'll try to do my best to answer them for you, but otherwise, that's all we need to know. So thanks for watching, and we look forward to doing another video soon.